I really like this new Hot Wheels Speed Snap system, but it has one design flaw. It comes apart too easily with some very light load. We're going to take a close look at this and see if there's a way to fix it. A quick safety message before I even start this video. What I'm doing here is not for children. Children should not be doing this. This is for adults to do. If you are going to help a child build SnapTrack and make something more robust, that's great, but don't leave a child to do this. I'm using glue. I'm using power tools. I'm even using pointy toothpicks in this video. Please don't leave that to a child to do on their own. Do it for them. This is not a solution for a child to fix problems with SnapTrack. This is for you to help them if they really want to build something cool, but they can't quite get it done. Okay, that's the end of the safety message. Let's build something. So not long ago, I did an unboxing of the Speedway system that comes with the Speed SnapTrack, and I got some comments on that, and it was something I noticed as well, is that the design of the new Snap system it's good, it's really easy to put together, and it's pretty good when you kind of bend it that way, but when you bend it this way, it comes apart really easily. And I thought maybe it was just a problem with the flexible track, maybe the material I use, because it's different to the standard track, but it's a problem on both. And I've been looking at it a little bit more closely. I got some ideas. Some of them involve 3D printing. I want to avoid that, but we'll try some different ways of making this stay together. Maybe with some regular things from around the house, and ultimately maybe with a 3D printed part. So let's get into it. Taking an even closer look here, you can see when we push it down, there's actually two clips that sort of keep it engaged. There's one right here at the back, and then the clip here in the main clipping feature. So those two combined, they really help keep this together. It still takes a fair amount of effort for that to come out. It could still come apart. Now, if we push up, problem is it's only got this one clip keeping it together, and it comes out of that really easily, and this clip at the back doesn't help it. Let's see if we can take a closer look at this. It's the clip on this leading edge that we want to look at closely. When we do that rotation, it doesn't stay engaged. It just comes out. So I'm not sure if the camera's picking that up, but that's something we could try and address. Let's try modifying. I think what I'm going to do is modify this part. I'm going to give it a little bit more meat on here. So I'm going to glue something to that, and hopefully not make it too hard to put back in, but also stabilize it, just to give it that clip on that side something to really bite into. So I was poking around in just some materials I've got. I got this, this is actually support material that I used to print with my old 3D printer when I printed this style of support. And it's really thin. It's only one nozzle width thickness. So it's like 0.4 millimeters or something, I think, is the nozzle that would have been on there. So I'm going to take some thin pieces of this and try and glue it in there. I really need to use the special glue for plastic. So I've glued that up there. That's a double shim one. I've got a single shim one over here as well. It seems to be pretty solid. So I'm going to sort of overbuilt that in there. And I just need to cut it back, trim it back, grind it back. So I could do that now. Do the back side first. Bit of a hack job, but let's see if it even works. Let's try the single shim end first. This might just be a complete fail, and I might have ruined some SnapTrack, but let's just try it. Oh, that snaps in actually really nicely. All right, which way was it? This way. It's not much better. It snaps really well, but it still comes out almost as easy. Let's try the double end. It snaps even harder in. It's a little bit better, but it's not much. So I haven't destroyed the SnapTrack, but it doesn't really help to sort of add any material in there. So I was hoping that might be a little bit of a clue that maybe Mattel could have gone away and just done a little bit of a fix in the tool. But even if they went and touched the tool up, adding a little bit more in there doesn't really do a lot. Maybe a little might help, just a touch, but Sorry, Mattel, I thought I had a solution that you could just go into the tools and fix it. Let's try looking at some other options. While I have the special plastics glue out, I'm going to try and glue a couple of the regular tracks together and a couple of the flex tracks together, just because I can, because I've got the glue. It's the special plastic glue, so let's see if we can just glue them together as a quick stop hack. But this special plastic glue, you actually have to put this promoter on there to improve the adhesion. So I'm just going to put it all over some spots on both sides. I'm going to put some glue in there and just hope some of that sticks on the sides, in the clip, on the bottom, in this area through here. This is one of the glued ones. Let's just check it. It's not fully cured yet, but that is stuck pretty fast. So if you really wanted to, you can glue it if that's really what you're into. Not the greatest option, but glue works. Let's check that on real quick. That was the flex track. This is the regular one. Gluing with plastic glue definitely works if you really need a fix. I'm gonna go to extremes. My thought is I'm gonna drill a hole through here and I'm gonna put this flag that's got a toothpick on it. I'm gonna put that straight through there, all the way through the other side. So I'm gonna drill all the way through from one side, and hopefully that'll just create something that just stops it from coming apart, just that simply. Got to find a drill. I think this 564 drill bit's about the right size. Yeah, I'm a Ryobi guy and I don't care what anybody says about that. I want to put it right in this corner here. A lot of swath behind it. Let's see if it goes in. It's a bit tight, but push it hard enough, it goes in. Let's try that. Oh, that's actually really good. So you can hack your way to a solution with a toothpick. That's not going anywhere. Obviously get rid of the pointy end if you're going to have children playing with it, but if you've got a problem area, maybe you can pre-build one like this. Let's start working on some other more elegant solutions. I've got one more idea left, and it involves something that's over there in my studio, 3D printer. So I'm going to go up to the CAD tube and model one or two things up that I think might help solve the problem to the CAD tube. Okay, so I went on my CAD software, designed something up, sent it to the 3D printer. I did that 3 times because I didn't get the first 2 quite right, and I'll show you that in a minute. I'm not going to bore you with the design process, but if that's something people are interested in, let me know, because I'm going to do a lot more of these things. And if you want to see how I go through a design like this, I can show it in future videos that I do. So let me know in the comments. Anyway, let me show you what I did, because I finally came up with a design that I could 3D print that solves this problem pretty well. Let's take a look. So 3 iterations of my design: version 1, 1.1, and 1.2. And at 1.2, the 3rd iteration, I think I finally cracked it and got it right. Let me just take you through it. Version 1, this was my idea. It's just a channel clip kind of thing. Just needs to clip over the snap track to hold it together. So it was meant to clip in here like this and sit over here. Problem was, I forgot that Snaptrack actually has these little tabs here that hang out, and yeah, it wasn't going to fit properly. So version 2 took the same basic concept. I tweaked the section a little bit, and I put the cutouts in it. I also put some little nubs in here to position the track. So this one sat over where those tabs are, and it was pretty good, but still didn't quite work. The clipping features in that profile are not really aggressive enough, and it needed some preload with that. So that's the 3rd iteration, V1.2. It's a more aggressive section. It's got some preload to hold on to the track a little bit better. It's designed to be printed that way up. That's why this cutout here is like this. It's at a 45-degree angle. All you need to do is take this and the snap track. You just got to get it kind of lined up, and you just snap it straight on like that. And now, when I do that concave flex, it is very, very, very much held in place. It is working much better than I could have ever imagined. So you can see how much I'm trying to bend that. It's holding on very tightly. Now, it's kind of hard to get off because it's such an aggressive clip, but it snaps off. Flex track, same thing. Put on the flex track, it's just inside these tabs. I kind of got lucky with that design. I measured it, but I didn't measure it super accurately, but it works just fine. And then with the flex track, I mean, if you push it hard enough, it will pop, but just in general, flex track, like that was the problem, that concave problem, and no issue. Just, I can wrap it all the way around on itself, which will be really cool when making track. I can maybe try and make some spirals and stuff like that. So there you go, I printed up a whole bunch more, and they're ready to go. So time to build some bigger tracks with the snap system and see what we can do. If you want to 3D print any of your own ones of these helpers for your speed snap track, I will put the file somewhere. I'm going to have my own website soon. It will be there, but in the meantime, I'll probably put it on Printables. So check in the description below or to the side or wherever the description is in your system, and you'll find the link to where you can get this to print. If you're not into 3D printing and you want to buy them, I don't have them for sale, but let me know if you'd buy something like this, because I guess I could like print batch up and send them out pretty easy. So if you were into buying something like this, just drop a comment and let me know, and I'll see what I can do about putting them somewhere to sell or eventually get my own website up and running. All right, a wrap up. So what did we learn? Well, firstly, we learned there's no way to design our way out of this with extra thickness in those clips. I still do have some ideas that Mattel could probably do. So, hey Mattel, if you happen to be watching, give me a call. I design plastic stuff for a day job, so I can help you out. Especially if you want the clip system as well. If you want to know more about that, we can talk. Anyway, can't fix it with just the material. We can fix it with glue. This has been cured for a week now. It's really, wow, it's really cured. Both directions. Same with this one. Make spirals. So glue works if you really want to glue it, but get stuck with permanently glued stuff. Got to be with plastic glue. Don't put. Got to be with plastic glue. We can use our toothpick in there. Toothpick is better. It's not perfect, but at least it'll support it. And then 3D printed solution works a charm, especially in the concave direction. The convex direction, it will come apart still, but I could probably fix that. I might try another iteration of that just to fix it, but certainly that direction that was the big problem, the concave direction, that's working perfectly. I'm actually surprised at how quick and easy that was to put together. So like I said, if you want to get the file for that, I'll find somewhere to put it. Link will be in the description. If you want to see more hacks like this, subscribe to the channel, do the like, do the bell icon, whatever it is, and we'll do more track hacks in the future. All right, I'm just going to leave you with a time lapse of this being 3D printed as an outro. Thanks for watching.